Hello gamers, welcome back to Think Like a Champion. This is where I go solo queue into champion ranked. I explain my thoughts and plans as I play the game, that way you too can learn to think and play like a champion R6 player yourself. We're here on Aruni today and we're playing Consulate, which I'm pretty excited about. We got the Frost on the team, which is kind of nuts, but I kind of don't hate it. Mainly because of the fact that, you know, there is this nice hop-in on bathroom window that's super good for as well. A lot of hop-ins, you know, even the spiral window. We're going to open this up so they have more pressure if they come to this balcony. Then our barbed wire is just going to deter them from sprinting straight into the bomb site, right? That's why we love Aruni. She's got lots of info, which is really good for us, so we know what's going on and we can kind of gain the info without relying on our teammates for it, which a lot of people do when they solo queue. They rely on their teammates to call out and be good teammates, and most of the time, it just doesn't happen, so we're not going to rely on it today. We should check the cameras and see where they're actually spawning here. I just want to do it in front of a window so I don't get my head plowed off. They are coming admin side pretty heavily, it seems, actually, so I think I'll actually... No, I was going to gate up that admin window, but I think it might be a bit of a waste, because if we get admin control, we want our gate to still be effective, and won't be if we're way back, right? I'm gonna wait, see if they drone this. Just want to shoot their drone. Maybe we'll actually work around it, too. Oh, here's a guy in my window behind me. Wait, he really waited on that one. Trying to get this drone, but I don't think they're droning me anymore. I'm gonna hope he repels in on me, honestly. I might actually go upside down repel. It's gonna jiggle this. Do a little bit of damage. Oh, he's gonna catch me off. He's already in. How did he get in there so fast? Did he catch me while he repelled in? Just through the wall. Oh, actually a nice play. I actually didn't realize he could get that angle on me through there, but hey, we wasted a little bit of time. We got the C4 kill off the trade at least, which is good. And at least our team knows they're over there too, is the big thing. So we have this guy holding Visa flank. Oh my gosh, the solo queue life is so different than the 5 stacking that it's just like a complete throw off for me personally. But you know, I've seen a lot of really good attacks at least coming out in these solo lobbies, which is kind of just like the difference between end of season ranked and early season. So it's going to take some time to adjust to, I think, but we'll get there eventually. So we'll hold this BP for our teammate for now. We do have this Fenrir. This guy did leave. There's no way to call it. My mic is still... I've got this bug where it just opens up sometimes and just starts talking. So if I was recording one of these videos, basically my teammates would hear everything I'm saying all of a sudden, which is really, really bad because then I'm just yapping the entire time they're trying to clutch. I don't want to do that to them, and I think it's actually better to just not be able to talk at all. So I have no comms, but I think it's fine. Hopefully that fixed that bug soon. The only problem is I don't know if I'll know when they actually do that. That was a nice play from the Demos, right? Need the guy out of the closet, push in off of it. Very, very well done and well executed. This Dokkaebi, man. This Dokkaebi just changes the game so much. Even from a solo perspective, like, the only thing we can do to counter it is just play a mute and plunk a mute jammer down. Or play a dock and just stim ourselves all the time, or like the Thunderbird. But even then, it's just so... It's just still so good that it's just ridiculous. So she needs to be, like... Snake needs to be nerfed, but Dokkaebi needs to be nerfed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a big difference between the two, especially with the Deimos Dokkaebi combo. You call them, you scan them, they answer their phone, you floor bang them, or you floor bang them the whole time, or your people run them down while he's getting tracked and called, and everybody knows where he is. It's just absolutely brutal. So we'll get rid of the Deimos here. That was not a great performance top floor, not a great individual performance either, obviously getting shot in the back, but you can see the difference between one guy coming admin and like actually having the crossfire, having the drones, playing off the info, using their utility, like just... Getting bombarded by teamwork is going to clap our cheeks just a little bit more, but I think it's fine. I think we play the mute here and do the exact same thing outside of getting shot in the back of the head. So what we can do is we can actually set up admin side, we can mute jam it off, we can reinforce the walls. So not only will we have the mute jammer to stop the drones, if that Dokkaebi call comes out, we can also be standing on the jammer if we're, you know, positioned properly around it, because yeah, mute is a counter if you literally sit in the same spot the entire round, which is one of 4 locations with a very small radius, which I don't love. It makes a vertical for the default plant here, just in case they switch their push up, which they might, especially when they see that this mute is, you know, all over admin side and they can't get appropriate info to actually make it safe and smart. So we'll jam up this staircase. We just don't want drones getting up here for free. You see a drone now, it looks like. Yep, there's another one down there too. Gotta get that before we go. Not gonna have time to wait there all day, so we'll just rotate in here. So we'll jam off this left side so they can't see it from the window rappel on the north side there. This will still catch all the drone twists, is nice. Same thing over here on printer. The only thing I will add in is a rotate into this small office here, whatever it's called. What is this called? We're gonna find out in a second. You know, we should probably know. I think it's just break. Maybe it's a break. The break room? Yeah, it is break room. Okay, so now we know. Problem solved. Reinforcing these 3 walls is great too, because then we can actually C4 over them if we want. So basically we're just hard countering what they did last round, which is slightly risky because we have less info. which, you know, info is the name of the game when it comes to soloing. But we make do with what we got, so slightly concerned about this paper window, but I think we're okay. Get rid of that drone. Now we can quickly rotate through is the nice part. C4 in. He's repelling in. That's C4. This is perfectly timed as he repels, right? So just hard counter what they just did, right? Sounds like another one's repelling in, so we'll get out before he does what he did last round. Not going to mess it up this time. Just going to hold this pixel for when he swings into us. We will be aiming here, however, so this is a pretty 50-50 fight. I'm going to switch this angle up a little bit and get up on this desk here. I am going to leave because I'm getting pushed from bottom Visa stairs. All right, get back to the site now. All of our yellow side is open. We should play this probably pretty aggressive with the pump here. We can actually sit in this corner very nicely. Hold our backside. We have that Thorn trap behind us. I hate the fact I have a laser on the shotgun. I need to take that off as soon as possible. I think this slotted guy was the guy playing the Doke, so I would assume he was the guy still playing the Doke. There's that snake, that Thorn trap, super effective, right? So hold this close, not give away our laser sight. Right, catch that Ash just barely as he runs away. Last one's here. I'm gonna go for the kill. I think my teammates got this. Yeah, let's hit the clip, dude. Let's hit the clip. I feel like I need that little momentum boost. You know, I need that reminder. Like, hey, you're still good at the game. You got a 3K. That's good. That's good, right? Nice. All right, so we brought it back. Great counter play, right? We can just single-handedly counter their entire attacking push once we know what they're doing, which is kind of the name of the game. Like, try to read them, try to learn what they're doing. We can see they're all attacking together. This is a lot of useful information. What does this tell us if they do it twice in a row? They did an admin take, they did another admin take. What did they do both rounds? That was consistent. They never had a guy sneaking in the back, right? They're fully going together, maybe a guy holding flank, but nobody hitting the back. And because we know nobody's hitting the backside, wherever this initial push is, we can kind of go all in on it, knowing that we're probably not going to have a guy lurking behind killing our entire team or shooting us in the back. So that's what we have to kind of lean into. At the same time, we have no idea what they're going to do on this bomb site. So we need to kind of prepare for that fact as well. So how do we kind of counter their push? That's the question right now. Well, they're running the snake a lot. We didn't ban them. I think we play the Vigil here just so we can hard counter wherever we're actually pushing from, especially because they're also droning a lot, right? So downsides, they still have Dokkaebi, so they can still just call me, and there's nothing I can really do about that except for let my phone blow up, take a little damage, and play the round at 60 HP, which obviously nobody likes. No, that is not a great solution to that, but it's the only solution we currently have besides getting spam called over and over and over and over and over and hoping our teammates do the rest of the heavy lifting, which I don't think is ideal. So we'll probably just have to tank that phone call, be as annoying as possible. At the same time, if we get these drones early, that's great because they're not going to be able to use them later on. We'll reinforce these back hatches too, so they can't just like take Visa, drop the back, hit the team on site. I'm thinking we go all the way upstairs here. I probably want to get this Visa hatch too. I think we go all the way upstairs and play up a piano. I feel like they're probably going to go for like a vertical main breach take. Which, oh, I did not finish that. Oh no, I stopped 0.5215 seconds too soon. They're actually looking like they're coming this Visa side. Oh, they have a thermite. They did shoot the Visa cam though, and outside front door, so I think we'll start here and just contest this front door, shoot a drone, and fall off Visa side. Right, we know they might be full clearing all together is the thing. Catch a drone coming to this lobby side. Here, one front door. Maybe we'll get aggressive off that. Guy seems like he's peeking off of it, yep. Get rid of his drone and just fall off of that. Pick a new spot to play. They know we're there. Let's go somewhere else. They're going to hunt for me over there, and I'm going to be in a completely different position. They have to re-drone again, too, because we waste all the time, right? I can also impact above when they go for this vertical. Or see a Dokkaebi call in my future. Also open this hatch, see if they're in the yet. Hold this closet here for now. There's that thermite, so we actually droned it all out already, so he knew that the room was clear, and we impacted after he droned it. Okay. Getting calls on yellow. I'm gonna walk down. I don't think he's in yellow. I think he's bottom yellow. Yeah. Okay. That's what I meant. What did I mean by that? I meant like I thought he was bottom yellow holding sight, but I was clearly very wrong. That's okay. That's okay. I think I could have chilled out there. You know, there's no pressure on site is the only thing. I am just concerned, like, hey, my teammates are going to start getting pushed on site. I guess the breach is technically open, so I guess there might did do something. He's probably going for that hatch next, so I'm glad we caught him off there. There's that Twitch. Very nice, very nice. Should have won the fight on the Twitch regardless. Like, I should have been more prepared for that. I was just kind of like, this guy's lying. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that. I just think I have a bad history of SoloQ teammates. Regardless, it's a 3v1. Teammates did great. We had a great roam. Very successful roam, right? Did a lot of damage on that front door guy. Took out the thermite, which is a huge pick, so they can't get the hatch, and they only have that wall to push through. And then we also waste a lot of time, too, right? Which is really, really good. So, very nicely done. And then the teammates, you know, cleaned up, and that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. So, a round that went well. Very happy about that. You see how much... Are you guys noticing this as much as I am? How different people play at the start of the season? Like, this is something... Like, we're playing smart, you know? People are playing smart. They're playing off each other. They're playing... Well, now they're not. I was going to say they're playing fairly passively. But they're not just, like, everyone running at the last guy, which is, like, what we saw every single match. But maybe that's also because, you know, the elo's all over the place, and we have some emeralds, some champs. Like, it may just be the mix of skill that we're seeing. But I genuinely think it's just, like, people are so much more serious about the game in the first week, and then just nobody cares after that. So I'm interested to see how that'll change over the course of the season, but... kind of funny to think about. I think we ban Aruni here. I just think Aruni is so good. Aruni or Thorn. Mira's not even that good on this map in my opinion, but I guess we're banning her. It's fine. Still in the Mira Ace ban territory. Not as much anymore. I find that we are getting a lot of like Grim, Damo, Snake, just because they are all so broken with the Dokkaebi combo. We could play the Damos and just call whoever Dokkaebi calls, but I don't know who she's going to be calling. We could just play the Ace, honestly. Ace with the flashes, baby. Yeah, I think we play Ace with the flashes here. So we can just get main wall. We can also go admin side. Actually, the Ace strat admin side is very, very strong. I pretty much am always running flashes on Ace, right? I can run the Claymores. Like, if you get people running out literally all the time, like, sure, bring the Claymores. The only problem is, like, you don't have any playmaking utility outside the Ace charges, so you can't, like, if you see where someone is, you just have to try to win the gunfight rather than getting the advantage of them being completely blind. But then again, Ace was still really good without the flashbang, so... It's not the end of the world if you don't have them. It just adds even more diversity to the way that you can play them, which is really good. I'm just going to get my drone nice and high up in sight, get a nice bird's eye view of the place since there's nobody here right now. Or I'm just going to jump it for 10 minutes until somebody gets over here and hears it at that point. There we go. So we have this nice drone up in the bomb site. I don't want to move it too much. You hear my teammate still moving his drone around, which is just going to make people... look for it, and if they look for his, they're probably going to shoot mine, so I don't want that to happen, but it's a pretty decent lineup. We got Smoke, Doc, Malusi. I think we saw Bandit there as well. They did just impact out the site wall. I think you can actually see this from way back. Should be a crazy kill if I can get it. I am so terrible at the game. Understandable. Nope, can't see his little head. Should have just one-tapped him. I should have lined it up and one-tapped instead of spraying. I don't know why. I just thought I could hold down the spray at that range, which was a silly thought. Whatever. We'll just go open the wall. It's not a big deal. At least we forced him back in. We're fine. We're fine. So let's open this wall up real quick. Unless they do have that bandit, which I guess they don't. Oh, I did not mean to rappel up. That's fine. All right, main breach open. That'll just add more pressure to the site, right? So that's good. Now, if we can go admin side with our team, we can actually create some really long angles on this vending hall, too. Having somebody go to that main breach later would be great, but I'm not expecting anybody to. Teammates are getting blown up and stuff. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm going to drone him real quick, just in case somebody starts getting their cheeks clapped in here. There's a guy in that room. And we could open up this wall, actually, which will kind of make this long angle at the vending, which would be great. You can see this guy in that doorway, so I'm just trying to hold that. Use the angles we learned about to our advantage. Oh my god, those two men just appeared out of nowhere. And together they did things to me that I wasn't ready for. This is interesting. That was a really interesting way to beat that. I got smoked. What's new? Absolutely nothing. Part of the game. It's part of the game. I don't know. I was looking for that mute. I thought the mute was in break room there. I didn't expect them to actually just sprint through. We have this dock in the corner. I wish I could call this out, but there's no way for me. I'll just... Oh, dock. There we go. Just type it in the chat, I guess. I can't scan him as this Ash repels in, so he knows generally where he's at. I was like, they actually... You know what? This was a pure mistake. You know what I'm thinking right now? We should have just done the yellow take with the Gridlock or the Nomad because they did an entire team take admin, which means they think the admin take is simply the best. Like, these are, like, you can tell the philosophy of a player by what they do on one side of the like, side. Like, if they do it on defense, they're probably playing to the same philosophy on attack, right? What was their attacking philosophy? Admin's the best, go admin, right? Admin's the best, go admin. Every single time. That's what they do. So on their defense, what's their defense philosophy? Admin's the best, so we have to defend it, right? I think we just ban mute here. It's going to make it easier to drone, actually figure out what's going on. Could have figured out what was going on a whole lot better if I was able to drone there, but obviously it was all muted off. So basically now we kind of know, okay, so what was their attacking philosophy for the basement? They took vertical, they took main breach. What's going to be weak? Probably the backside. So let's take the backside by ourselves and see if that's actually the case. Let's try to... I mean, this is, if anything, this is just a good opportunity to learn if we're making the right choices or not, and if that is actually, you know, a fair thing to say. The only thing I'm worried about is if my entire team spawns here, we can't all funnel in through a single doorway. That is a very bad play. So I might have to do something else, unfortunately, but that's fine. But at least if they're going that side, my Zofia can open up dirt. I mean, I can't rely on that. Grim would be great with the hard breach tools right now. I might just play ace, but I'm hoping my team isn't expecting me to get the breach is the only thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to spawn on one of these sides, mainly because I don't want... Like, we got to shoot the default cams over here because I don't want them to know we're all pushing back and just all hold the backside, which they will know if they just check the cameras. So we want to make sure we're taking out those default cams. You know, maybe main breach is free and we just open it up, you know, same way we did on the CEO wall. That would have been, honestly, I probably should just push there. That could have been a massive gap that they weren't actually paying attention to. You know, even just staying there would pull so much pressure off my teammates. But here it is, the philosophy. I mean, currently, it's absolutely 100% right. This entire backside is completely free. Unless they're not basement, but I'm pretty sure they're basement, right? So let's get rid of these default cams like we already talked about. So we'll get rid of this one and the Visa one, and then our teammate should get the third one. If they can't do that, then, you know, it's basically a write-off anyway. See these aggressive plays coming out of that side. I'm going to open main door. I just want them to think I'm pushing it, right? I want them to think that we're doing the thing that they think is good, so they continue doing that thing so that we free up space on the other side of the map. You have to be careful for a run out is all, in case he runs out aggressively off that. There's that default cam that I knew my teammates would not shoot. Now let's go with our teammates because we can actually open up this back wall. We should potentially take Visa, but I think we're fine unless we're like pulse shotgunning above or have the hatches open. But again, we see, like, look how deep these guys are. I'm just going to drone real fast. Let's just drone them in. Look how deep they are. Again, this is exactly what we're saying. Like, we know this is the weak spot because of the way that their team plays the game. Unfortunately, we're just so late to the party, right? I'll try to go open up main breach now. I mean, nothing better to do. I was going to just try to get in with my teammates, but by the time they're in, it was already too late. So, oh my goodness, that is a wild play. I saw that far Thorn trap, but I was not ready for the close one, too. It's so much damage. At any other operator, I'm actually dead right there. I think this guy's going to peek into me. Sounds like he's about to.
One bombs, bro.
Alright, we'll go get this main breach open if we can. It'll be very difficult. 20 health. Wow. Oh, we can't. Alright, last one's bandit. Good to know, guys. Alright, cool. Unfortunate. I mean, just part of the game. Part of the game. Not much you can do. I'll try to get this Thorn trap at least. Run in here and set it off. He's actually holding the doorway. I don't think he'll hear the prone. Makes me want to just hold this again. Hoping he peeks into this. But not quite gonna get him. Just hoping to get him with that pre-fire. It's just so difficult, right? Nothing we can really do to get in the map there unless we rotate to our back. I mean, we could have pushed backside with our teammates. The same problem though, right? It's just all banded off. Nothing we can really do. Unfortunate. I think once you get a certain amount of space, like if you're Ash in that situation, you don't need to run into sight and try to 1v5 right there. You just hold that space, allow your teammates to get to you, and then you can just all go together and just overwhelm them, right? Or you can take even more space after that, right? So it's tough because, you know, we can't obviously rely on our teammates to do that, but it's just, again, it's just this 5-stack mentality that's just kind of swarming my brain after playing so much stacked games, which I really need to break the habit of, but it's just so fun. The game is so fun when you 5-stack. It's crazy the difference, honestly. I think Cade's I think Cade's actually a bad ban. I'm not gonna lie. Cade's fine if we get to overtime, right? Because then they won't have the Cade for OT. But he's not gonna do anything on these other two sites, which is what my main concern is. Now, I don't know how to help my teammates here if they're just running in. I mean, we could just run the blitz and just run into the map as well. That might be our best course of action. The only problem is we're running into so many traps, zombies. Like, there's so much we have to deal with, which really just comes down to they're picking good ops, and our team is dying fast. So I just am sort of out of options. We can take the gridlock, though. We could use the gridlock to, one, clear the stuff fast. So we can clear these zombies, clear the thorns, clear the barbed wire, clear all this stuff. And then two, we can also gridlock off our flanks. So we can take space fast, which ideally pulls that pressure off our team and makes their job easier. Because what we saw right there was one dude running at 5 guys because there's no pressure anywhere else, right? That thorn trap was crazy. Like, that was crazy. That's a thorn trap that works one time. And then if anybody has ever hit it ever, they will never run into it again. Like, that's something that will never work against me again. And that's why we play the game, guys. We learn things that we have never seen, and honestly, I would not have thought anybody would ever do that because I think it's just kind of bad because you can just shoot them. Like, now next time it's like, okay, if the door's open, I'm going to check for thorn traps. There's just the one case where nobody spawned over there as well, which is interesting. So I think I'm going to try to take benches here. Might hop in from top yellow, work my way down yellow. Could be tough if they have a shotgun. Doesn't look like they have a shotgun unless they're running like Legion shotgun, which, you know, is possible. Let's get rid of this default cam because I usually forget about it. Get rid of this one too. My teammates probably won't go over and shoot it. So we'll just, get rid of that. Now we'll rappel up to the skylight here. Somebody's cheatering. What? I don't know what they're saying right now, I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna go up to the skylight, start droning, figure out what's going on. Gridlock off our flanks, try to push down, try to gain some space. See this cap can here. We can actually gridlock him off right now. See, he's rotated over here. Wow, he just got me with the ping swing. Isn't that sad, gentlemen? I mean, I don't know how he's shooting me and I'm not shooting him when it looks like I'm shooting him and he's not shooting me. You know what I mean? I feel like HitReg's been kind of bad this season, but maybe that's just me. Oh well. It's all good, guys. It's not a big deal. I'm not trying to make excuses. I mean, again, it's like I gotta just try. I gotta try to start taking these fights because, like you see, like my team is so fast and dying so quick. It's like there's no other options. Because if I just sit and slow down and use my utility and take my time, we're just going to lose. If I rotate somewhere else, everyone's dead, I'm still in a 1v5, right? And that's the situations we need to avoid if we do want to win, which just means taking a little more risk. We kill that cap cam, we gain the space, now we can add pressure, now our pressure comes off our team. That potentially could be a round-winning kill, right? But we're still not an advantage, right? But you gotta try. You gotta at least try, and I think that's kind of the point. So anyway, we'll get into another one. That was our 5th placement game. I played some cheaters. I played some terrible games. So that's the first one. If you didn't think that was terrible enough, it was worse. It was even worse. So we're gonna play another one. See how it goes. I mean, it is kind of crazy because I went 1-5 on my placement games. Oh, 0.8 is terrible. 0.8 is brutal. I went 1-5, but we're still Emerald 4. And I believe I got placed Emerald 3 on my main account, going 3-2. So, super interesting because I think everyone's just getting kind of tossed into Emerald anyway. So, it doesn't really feel like it actually matters that much. But again, as people's rank distribution kind of spread out, like, it'll be more normal, you know what I mean? Like, people will get to their actual ranks, it'll balance out, and life will be good, and life will be fun, and we won't play 5 stacks all the time, and things will kind of dissipate and be normal. So I'm not too worried about it, you know, I'm fine taking a bunch of losses at the start of the season. We just got to, you know, lean into it and see what happens. If anything, this is really just the best possible practice for my solo game, right? If I'm playing really, really bad, I'm also learning a lot too, right? I think we get rid of Consulate here just because we just played it, which, you know, I don't want to give you 2 Consulate games, man. We got Twitch scripts on our team, which, you know, scripts are... Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's play some Coastline. Yeah, sure, let's play some Coastline, baby. I'm okay with Coastline. We are going to be playing a lot of Coastline, Outback, Emerald Plains, and Oregon this season just because 2 of those 4 maps are constantly in the rotation. So you have 2 of the pro map pool, which is 9 maps. So you have 2 of 9 maps, which are all the best maps, which is kind of sad because there's only 2. Then you have Calypso Casino, and then you have 2 of these other 4 maps, where realistically I think it should be 3 of the pro maps, Calypso Casino, and then 1 of the other 4 maps, 1 of the seasonal maps. Just so that you're getting some actual, you know, pro league maps a little more often, because it does feel like it's like all Calypso and seasonal maps right now, and then the occasional pro map pool. So it is kind of, I don't know, I think it could use some tweaking. That's my official feedback, if you were interested in it or not. What do we do here? We're playing coastline DMR. I mean, Aruni is so good on coastline. Super, super, super strong operator. We could hold over across on VIP, though, with a Cade. Hold a lot of space. I mean, we have a lot of traps, which is really good. So I think the Cade is actually not a bad option, especially because the TCSG is just like also one of the most broken guns in the game right now. I feel like I actually learned so much 5-stacking of like what is meta and what is OP. And it turns out it's just peeking people with DMRs and TCSG, which is like the sad way to play. But unfortunately, it is just part of the meta right now. So, you know, leaning into it, I don't think is a bad idea. But when you solo, again, relying on the teammates, we could be making the mistake right here, picking the Cade and being like, oh, we're going to have info. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we should have just stuck to the Thorn. Maybe we should just stuck to, like, some barbed wire. But it's going to be fine. We'll see how this plays out here. If we ever get into the game at any point, which would be nice. So anyway, we're going to go over to VIP. We're going to reinforce the walls. We're going to Cade it off. So this is basically going to say, hey, if you want to come VIP side, you're either going to have to bring Thatcher Thermite, which is a crazy investment on a map like Coastline, or you're going to have to feed in through this VIP hall door, which basically allows us to know where they're going to come from if they come over here, rather than having to worry about, you know, getting wallbanged through the wall, them opening the wall and pushing us out. They just have to work harder to actually clear us out, which basically just uses more and more of the resources. And the more they use on us, the less use on our teammates, which makes our teammates' lives easier. Now, we can also Cade quad wall, which is great because Ace is up, Habana is up, especially with, you know, Snake and Deimos and all these other operators being banned a lot more. This makes it a lot more useful, you know, makes a Cade a much more justified pick on a site like this. So we do definitely want to get these base walls up, or else we're just going to get clapped. But we are going to go extend out to that VIP side and just hold that space, because holding space is very, very important on a map like Coastline. I mean, it's very small map. Hello? Just like, hey, can my teammates hear me right now, bro?
Someone's on me there.
Okay, we do have this Dokkaebi coming over here. So he is droning, so let's get rid of his drone before it even gets to this doorway. Hopefully he doesn't even scan us. Saw him throw it up. I don't know what he's waiting for. He should get on it any second here. I mean, he's going to have to drone, right? There we go. Now we can actually make a rotate in here. He's going to call us in a second. I don't know if we've been spotted yet, though. Assuming he thinks we're on the other side of that doorway. We'll just hold this pixel, change the angle up a little bit by crouching. He might push into VIP off this. So let's back up so we're not exposed to that rotate. I don't love where we're at because we're kind of trapped either. We're going to get called any second here. I'm not even going to answer it. We might be getting pinched from white as well. There's that Doke. So he's going to push into us. We just need to hold and make him push, right? Answering the phone is a little risky. Could see for this. Looks like they're going for this Aqua take. I don't know what Doke is doing over here. Maybe just be going for the, you know, the push. Oh my goodness. Can we kill that guy? We are so close to it. We were so close. If I had impacts, wow, life would be so good. I actually know I'm here, so I'm just going to hit this weird angle off the stairs. We can catch this guy on the upside down rappel. No, he's not going back there. Smart choice. I'm assuming they're going to feed in here eventually. This is a crazy strat. Alright, there's that Roradar. I can just tank this air jab. I can't do nothing about it, right? Punch that. I doubt there's a guy on the roof. That would be kind of a crazy play. I think I hear one on the roof now, so we'll just open that and run away. That air jab again. If they shut this, I'll just tank it. TCSG is brutal at this range. Nice little tight pixel. If he swings into this, we had just... Yeah, we'll tank this now. By the way, they're just scared of this flank at all times. And look how much pressure we created, right? We're just taking all that pressure off our teammates. They have to keep focusing on us, keep paying attention to us. Makes our teammates' job so much easier when we're just like literally as annoying as possible. This guy was on the roof. What was he doing the whole time? Oh my god, he could have killed me like 3 times. Baiter energy, guys. That's called being a baiter. You're not doing anything, especially if you're... I can't believe they're air jabbing the flank, roar-dooring the flank, Osa shielding the flank, and having a guy hold the flank. They're investing all their utility into one guy flanking and not even getting the kill. That was maybe the most insane thing that I've ever seen. Because they're doing that, they have no utility to actually push the site. So then one guy on site just kills all of them because they have nothing to actually use on them because they invested all of it in the flag. That's why. That's literally nuts. But at least they use their utility. You don't even see that a lot. So, hey, this is what I mean by just like, we have the strangest matches right now. The elo is all over the place. We got people lagging out of the game, which is nuts because you never see that in Champ. Like, when's the last time you saw people lagging out of my team in these videos? Like, probably never. Probably never. But it happened on Consulate and it happened here, so I don't know what's going on, guys. But start of the season, it's wacky, it's wild, it's crazy, it's fun, it's cool. Just kidding. I don't know why I said all that. That was actually just kind of cringe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I cringed your ears. We're Thorn, which is good. I wish I had the shotgun on, but I think it's okay. I don't know if Thorn is actually the best pick. I'm not really actually too locked in on like operator pick, just because I have been habitually just not AFK picking, but like mindlessly picking operators. I think that's part of the 5 stacking too, is like I'm not thinking about it as much. Whereas normally when I'm thinking like a champion, I'm actually like really thinking about like which operators I'm picking and why. But I feel like it does, just because it matters so much less in the 5 stack, you know, it's just such a different thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but we're gonna hold this sunrise side just a little bit. We just have info for it if they walk through. This barbed wire is really bad. It's just not helping us at all, I don't think. I'm just going to barricade off the side, so if they come through here, we'll have the info from the barricade. The only thing we don't have info for is this walk down cool vibes. I did hear a drone. Try to get rid of that. It's trying to set up there. This is what I was kind of talking about on coastline here, where, you know, the jumping drones are a signal for the defenders to be like, hey, there's a drone over here. So I was a little worried with our teammate flying his drone around. Is that visible? No, guys, it's totally not visible. All right, we'll put it on this instead. We can kind of tilt this if we move. I think that's okay. I don't think they'll notice that. I'll just kind of play in and around this area. The problem with this, too, is they kind of know if I leave because we hit this barbed wire. All right, we walk through it. I'm not going to break it. I don't think it's that bad. They shot my Thorn on cool vibes. No, they didn't. Why did they break my Thorn? I don't know. Let's hang this up. I mean, there's nobody pushing us right now. They're pushing us there. Put another one for the walk in here. Our teammate did down that guy. Oh, the Thorn trap got him. He must have been low from our teammate. That's great. It's a great play. We do have to worry about lobby side because we have nobody over there. See if we have the cam. We don't have the cam for it. I'm honestly slightly concerned that they might be taking that. So I'm actually go back to site. Just careful with the site window if people are baiting on it. Okay, just playing site here. There's that Thorn trap. I'm going to sprint through and hopefully not get killed by a guy upside down rappel. Now we're on the site, so we can actually do something about it. If they push it, is the most important piece of the puzzle here. I do like this BP. It's giving us a lot of info. Oh my goodness. Never have I ever seen a guy thermite the floor. What lobbies are we in, man? What are we witnessing? I'm assuming this lobby guy is still over there somewhere. We got this bird on us. Trying to peek up through it. I'm just going to rotate around, I think. He's holding the doorway, too. Wow. They're just top. Okay. I thought they were just doing a lobby take. I had no idea they were coming in above. So slow. That's what doesn't make a lot of sense, is like they're thermiting the floor 2 minutes into the round. So my only question is, what were they doing for the first minute? You know what I mean? Like, what were they doing for the first minute and a half? Like, we have gridlock tracks down. We have a guy dead in sunrise already. Meanwhile, you are droning out the top floor with nobody contesting you, but it still takes you, you know, over a minute to get in there and figure out what's going on. Like, I think that's why, like, I don't know. It's very confusing, but it's also very different to, like, the top ranks, you know? So, hey, this is more like, think like an Emerald right now, because I think we are really in the Emerald trenches. It's so confusing. This is how I feel when I was Emerald in rank 2.0 and trying to get through that. It was like, what is going on? And the solution always went back to just defend the bomb site. Like, we can just shoot those thermites too, right? Like, we can shoot those thermites. Like, just counterplay, because people do the same thing over and over again, like we saw in Consulate. And then holding the site. I mean, it's different on coastline because you can't really just hold the site because it's such a small map. But whatever. Whatever, we won the round. Maybe not defend the site, but like make them execute, I guess is a better way to explain it.
Where did it come from?
People are really struggle to actually get that diffuser planted in a safe spot and cover the necessary areas. Like, as we saw in the first round, they took Aqua. They could have just planted the bomb on the bomb chassis, right? Planted the diffuser on the bomb chassis and use the Osa shield, use the Roradors. Maybe, I guess the Rorador doesn't do much besides hold the flank. Use the air jabs even to air jab the guy out of sight instead of stacking everything on the flank. And then they could just flash, plant the bomb, all of that. But instead, they just stalled out. So when we force them to execute in these ranks, it's actually much more effective. So that's, I think, what I'm going to try to do. But I need the right ops in order to do that. So I think we play the smoke here on Penthouse because we can smoke the default plants. So we can kind of wait for those plants. We can wait for the plants. We can force them to plant. We still need to hold space, though. We still need to create value for the rest of the round. Because if we just sit in the site and rely on the fact that they're not going to plant, well, what happens when our entire team dies? Now it's a 1v5. Well, we're not going to probably get the situation to smoke the plant because they're probably just going to run at us or, have, at that point, get lucky enough that one of the 4 of them is covering the right angle, right? So we will we'll play the smoke. We're still gonna do all the other steps. We still have to play the game properly. We can't just pray. We can't just play hope siege, right?
Secure the bombs.
So we're gonna do our site setup. We're gonna help our teammates. We're gonna do all that. We're gonna do all the fun stuff. Yo. Stop, please. No. Yeah. We want footholds here. We want footholds here. That's a big one. If we don't have the footholds, they can just walk up this hallway on us, which is something we really don't want. Because that would be bad. Because they walk up this hallway on us. They are able to get a crossfire on site, so they can take this and then get a crossfire. But now with the footholds, makes it much more difficult for them to actually walk up this hallway, which kind of makes this hallway just very, very safe. Because I'll show you here in a second. Depending on, oh my god, these Goyos are crazy. I gotta look up this guy's rank after. I'm just curious, not to be mean. I'm just very curious as to where we're actually at in terms of skill level. Because I know also like Nugget was placed Emerald. Nugget's an Emerald player, though. Like, he was Emerald in rank 2.0, but he was also placed Emerald 4 on his placements, being Emerald at the end of the season, whereas this account we were Champion, right? So, very interesting. I think we got... Did we finish Champ? We didn't finish Champ, but we did get to Champ, so a little bit different. I am slightly concerned about these smokes, and I am also concerned about the fact we have 3 people in theater. That's very bad. We're kind of all doing the same thing at the same time, which is not good. Guy is holding this with DMR, so I don't think I'll peek into that. That'd probably be a little silly. But I will hold because I think he will probably contest this doorway. I'm worried he might go to this rappel. For now, we're okay inside, I think. I think these guys will stop the plant or at least die trying. So I think we can kind of rely on that a little bit. Spotted by a scan. Really? Wow. Crazy Twitch play. I mean, Twitch can keep shocking me. He's wasting his own time at this rate, and he's doing 5 damage a shock, so. Very nicely done. Just keep pulling this with the shotgun. He might come to this window. Shoot the glass off so we can hear the rappel. Honestly, I'm going to fall back to site. It's a 5v2. Why would I not? This is the only way they can win the rounds if they take the site and plant the bomb. I really don't like this setup. We're just completely exposed. We can't even crouch under it, but it's... they just need a little more cover, right? Like, even just one hole on the right or something. Just a little scary. It's fine. Great work from the team. We were roasting this Goyo. He's champ. This guy's a champ 2.0. Okay, that's fine. He's champ. But he did just go kill everyone. So, hey, turns out you can be a champion without thinking like a champion. Just bring the TCSG and go shoot them all, guys. That's the meta we are in, which is kind of fair. It's kind of fair, to be honest. I just find it really interesting. I honestly think my expectations just get so high after playing new season ranked with like 5 stacks and playing other good 5 stacks and just understanding like, wow, we're getting some good siege in. We're getting some good siege. And I go back to SoloQ, I'm like, is this how people played? Like, it's like the variance is mind-boggling. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, man. You tell me. I'm gonna not be freaking out next time, guys. Okay, I'm sorry if this is like a me freaking out episode a little bit. I'm just really confused. And I'm not a guy that does well with not having the answers to things, okay? I'm a naturally curious guy, and when I get no answers, it keeps me on edge, man. I'm like, wait, I gotta figure it out. That's my motto. I gotta figure it out or I'm gonna freak out. And I'm a chill guy. You guys know I'm pretty chill. I'm also sweating my nuts off right now. It is so hot, dude. I turn the AC unit off for you guys and sit in a pool of my own tears of my body. The tears of my soul weep through my pores in every single crack and crevice for you. Sorry, this is not think like me talking about my sweaty pores. This is think like a champion. So we're gonna start doing that. We are up 3-0. They're probably gonna go hookah. How can we do good on hookah? We can destroy all the util hookah firstly. It's gonna make hookah a very easy target for us and the rest of the team. I really like the ace here, honestly, but he is already picked. Man, we're gonna see a lot of ace this season, I think, which is really nice. We could fuse all the windows out, which is not a bad play. Actually, you know what? I think we could get an easy kill with the ram here. We're going to do the ram freebie strategy, all right, gamers? We're going to go to hookah. We are going to, maybe not right away hookah, but we're going to go somewhere right away and throw a ram charge to the window and see if we can get an easy kill. Now, they do have the Azami is the only thing. I don't think it really matters. We can time this right if we use our drones. If you want to get siege chiming on your side all of the time, a drone is a great way to do it. Let me show you. Let me show you. It seems like they're running out this hookah door, so I'll just get a quick scan on them. I'm actually just sit on this drone and scan him.
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location.
If he does run out early. It doesn't look like he's going to. Interesting. I don't know why he opened it then. Oh, I'm trying to send messages too fast. I didn't realize I was trying to send messages. Thank you, chat. We could just go ruins. We can actually maybe get this door open. Yeah, yeah, Aruni is there. What is this guy doing? I'd be giving me a freebie. Peek it again. Peek it again. See, this is the crazy part is if I sprinted right to ruins, I just killed that guy. I did just tag him. I think he repeaks this. I think he's really thirsty right now. Yeah, thirsty boy. This disgusting angle. Don't make the consulate mistake, Poxonlox. Oh my god, dude. I started shaking. I saw that and I started freaking out and my hand was so sweaty that I got stuck on the mouse pad. How? I need a breather. One sec, guys. I am good at Rainbow Six Siege, and I can do this. All right, let's go. We're going to drone site. We're going to take site. I think that was actually because my hand is so sweaty, it stuck to my mouse pad. I'm not even going to lie. My arm literally stuck to my mouse pad. This is why, like, arm sleeves exist, but unfortunately, I don't have one. I think we're just going to fight this guy real quick. Try to take the fight. That Finka boost saved my life. That is crazy. Ready for this swing on this? No, not today. No thanks. I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. We're going to go bait for kills, guys. We're going back to the basics. Baiting for kills. Holy aggression and holy bad at the game. All right, I'm going to tuck my chair in. Uh-oh. Might be dead. I'm slightly concerned about a top white area. I think we're okay. You know, smoke's in sight. Obviously, we know Aruni's there too, so I think we're fine. We could technically just plant the bomb, be a good teammate. We see, yeah, they're both in sight. Might as well start chopping them up with that ram boogie, right? Where's the bomb though? Oh, diffuser's all the way over there. I think we go 90 here because we know they're both hookah side, and we have that drone on site to get the info. That's really too bad. If this guy stayed alive, we have the crossfire, but now we don't.
Why don't you go 90, bro?
It's a good time to ask. I was thinking we get the crossfire on these guys. They're gonna get smoked by that. I had to keep pushing. Didn't have time to fight the Aruni because we're getting smoked off. All right, first call out of the game. Absolute garbage. What's new? Welcome back to Emerald, guys. Why'd I go 90? I mean, the truth is, if I go 90 there, we can have that crossfire onto hookah, right? So I can flash the vase guy as the Finka pushes through. Problem with pushing in together is we are pushing into two people holding the same angles that are very strong, right? They have the angles off the bomb. They have the angles off the hookah shelf. Yes, I have a flashbang, but if they're deep hookah, we just have to win the gunfight on them. Whereas if we have that crossfire, now we're shooting them from multiple directions. They can't just hold one angle that we're both peeking into, especially with like a DMR, right? So I think that is actually the play to go 90 there still. It just kind of didn't work out timing-wise because our teammate died the second we decided to do it. So unfortunate. Kind of the way it goes. Not gonna worry about it, but that's the explanation if you were also wondering why I went 90, because that guy was. What do we do here? They are gonna be kitchen. We still 4v5 here. Only 3-1 though. I mean, realistically, I should have killed that guy. Should have killed two people there probably at least. Unfortunate. We could play the ace. I think we just try to go service here. I think we just try to force our way in. We could just do the BB. The BB might not be a bad idea as long as I can shoot back. I played a lot of Siege today, guys. I've played a full day of Siege already, and then I decided to hop on here and try to record a video because I was just having so much fun with my friends, guys, on my main account. It was so much fun. I think I'm like Diamond 4 on my main account already, which is kind of nuts. I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good, because the climbing is slow on the rank 3.0. It is kind of interesting, eh? So yeah, I think we go service here. If we bring the BB, we can nade out the utility and just kind of force our way in. That or sight window. It also draws the defenders towards us. If they know we're kind of potentially hitting sight at any point, they'll fall off and support their teammates. And if they don't support their teammates, then we have the opportunity to hit the site, take that 1v1, get the bomb site, and then the roamers are definitely coming back. And if they don't, we just plant the bomb, right? So kind of giving them like the ultimate dilemma of like, hey, you wanna help your team? Come back to site. You don't want to help your team? I'm gonna take the site, right? So what we use in these nades, I think especially with this mute, it's even more justified to run the BB here. Because with the mute, you can't get info with the drones. So using the BB, we can, 1, grenade the mute jammers, but 2, get info with the shield interface, right? Oh, I gotta have some water. My throat's sore. Having a yapathon out here. It seems like my team is going for vert, which is great, especially if we are going direct, right? Because again, we're just pulling these roamers towards us, or potentially getting site control. And because we have 45, we're gonna have to up the risk. We're gonna have to up the aggression. We are gonna have to try to, you know, get these advantages by getting these initial kills, which can be a little bit scary for some people, but it's kind of necessary, right? Now, you do have to take gunfights in the first-person shooter, believe it or not. I am slightly worried they just run out off that, so I'll just back up. I think we're okay. Aim at it. We're okay. Bucks there. This is the window we want to really work. This will get the mute jammers off. Oh, there's that run out. That's the other side. Unfortunate. See if he runs out again. I mean, we are going to have to try to take the fight, I think. Just because we are so low. He's running out service on us, too. Oh, we did not get the mute. Interesting. Ow. That's kind of crazy. Did he put another one? I don't think so. We just got to stay alive at this point. We can drone this tub, see if he left at all. I don't know if we got that camera. I think we... Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Can't tell with the iron sights. Tub is gone. If Tub is fully giving this up, I think we just take this space. Get a crossfire through the site. I think that's a good play. The DMRs, man, like, they're just so stupid. People will just crush them every single game, too, is the problem. There's that Dokkaebi call. We get the Tub and the Solus, the 2-for-1 combo. Yeah, I guess Solus was trying to retreat. I have no idea where Tub came from, but taking the space ended up working out. So I'm happy about that. And this bar covered us the entire time, right? So now we can nade this barbed wire. We actually have a potential to push into site right now. I'm not going to yet. It's a great clear from my team. I'm just so low, right? So I don't want to take any fights. I just want to stay alive. If I die, we lose all this space and all this control, which is really benefiting our team right now. And we're also at the same time holding this Cool Vibes flank, right? So we're just going to try to stay up. Almost get wall banged. That would suck, but it is possible. And they know I'm in here. Just looking for anybody we can find. Again, we just want to keep distracting these guys as long as possible just by staying alive. My teammates have a 3v2 essentially right now. Or potentially a 3v1 if this guy is still distracted. I'm going to wait for them to actually get into better position. So as my buck comes down lobby stairs, we see this guy's in sight. All right, we'll go. We'll go off that. Cover this blue bar. Is Aurora. Try to hold his rotate. I heard the guy flanking last second. I have no idea where the Thunderbird came from. I guess he flanked all the way through blue. That's really too bad. I thought maybe they would have a guy's sight. Apparently, I was wrong. So that was the only spot. I could have just actually sat and held if I knew the site was fully clear. These guys still win this? Oh, very nice. All right, we won the game, guys. We won the game. All right. Well, you know, not the greatest match, but we'll ease our way back into it. I hope you guys still enjoyed it regardless. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know if you still love me. I apologize, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening, and thank you, members, for your support as well. I appreciate you guys a ton. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all. Adios, gamers.